In order to understand what happens when we die, you must first understand the concept of the self. The self is caused by the brain. A brain was born, and then a self was caused by the brain. Everyone is a self. Everyone is being caused by a brain. A brain was born, and then that brain caused you, a self. You didn't exist until a brain was born, and then that brain caused a self, and that self is you. So the self and consciousness are caused by brain. Now that you have an understanding of the self, let's talk about death. So when you die, the self will end. This particular brain, the self that is watching this video right now, will die and decompose. So you'll cease to exist. The self that's watching this video right now will end, will completely cease to exist. But then, as we know, life goes on. And so, there will be other sentient organisms born after you die. Other brains will be born and cause new selves after this self is no longer caused by the brain that is watching it. So instead of anticipating there being a black void after you die, because there will be new brains born and they will cause new selves, that means after you die, there will be yet another self, because brains will continue to cause consciousness after this one dies. So here's a quick thought experiment. So imagine that you're the only sentient organism in the entire universe. Yours is the only consciousness. And then you cease to exist. You die. You no longer exist. Your consciousness ceases. But then, a billion years later, another sentient organism somehow comes to exist. And so, instead of you being in a black void after you died, it would be your death would be followed by that new consciousness that is caused by that new brain. The brain of the new sentient organism that was born a billion years after you died. You'd have no connection. It isn't a continuation of you. It's just merely that a new self is being caused by a new brain somewhere in the universe.